Hello, my darlings. Welcome to your daily short kiss, keeping it spiritually simple. I am using the Akashic Tarot for you, this deck here, and I haven't used it in a little while. I've been guided to use it. This reading is for those that most need to hear it. If it resonates with you, my darling, you are hearing it within your divine design. If you're looking to make a decision about something, if you're confused about something, you're looking about what action to take, and this reading resonates, it is for you. What wishes to come out for you? You have got the Two of Roses, which is the Two of Cups here, the winged messenger. Do you see that the table has been set here, but one of the cups has fallen over? So this represents a time, a challenge for you emotionally, or something that is very, very important for you. So either emotionally in a relationship or something that's very important for you that's having an impact on your life at this time. And Spirit wants you to take, do you see with the hawk here, to take a spiritual view of the situation, to have patience about what possibilities, what is yet to unfold for you at this time. There is peace here with the dove up above. So there is a peaceful outcome to this, but it does entail you, the Spirit is encouraging you to take a spiritual view of this. How do you take a spiritual view of something? It is detaching from the ego, from the identity. So if I were to take a spiritual view of something, I would remove Victoria and her thoughts and concepts and beliefs from it, and I would go straight in at the soul's perception. I would look to see what is this soul, my soul, and another soul, or maybe more than one soul. What is their intention with this? Because it is always for expansion. It's always for love. It's always for growth. It's always for peace. It's always for joy. What is the soul's intention here? What is the soul encouraged to what am I encouraged to learn from my soul with this? How is this helping me? So when we remove ourselves, we can have a spiritual perspective. And it is not to say that Victoria or yourself is wrong in your opinion of something. It is just to look for the higher self perspective. So let's have a look to see what wishes to come out. I do feel it's matters of the home, of the heart, because there is a home in the background there. Do you see as well? Let's see Spirit's advice for you. Thank you. You know, roses, I was looking at the word rose. You know, roses are obviously representative of love, and the beauty of love, and the rose flower itself. But the thorns of the rose can also represent, my darling, the kind of painful experiences sometimes that we can experience when it comes to love. And love in its purest form is unconditional love, is essential love. And that is extremely difficult to be in, if that makes sense, because we almost always, adopt a position of needing something from somebody when we love them, or feeling that they understand us intimately and they understand us and that they can understand what our needs are in relationships. But love, what I've learned with love is that if you bless a person for who they are, not for who you desire them to be, then you allow them to be who they are. You allow them to present themselves as who they are. And you also allow them the space to enter into energetically with you. And you're not therefore in love with a version of them that doesn't exist. So we sometimes hold on to the desire for somebody to be something that they're not. And therefore we disappoint ourselves. They're not disappointing us because they're being who they are, but we're disappointing ourselves in the expectation of who we think that they should be. And that is something I have learned and now deeply resonate with, that for all in my life, I love them for who they are, not for who I desire them to be. And who I would desire them to be is because of insecurities I have within myself. If I love them for who they are, and I recognize that I am love in the process of that, then it is a form of unconditional love. It is not to say that the triggers don't happen. It is not to say that questions don't arise. It is not to say that we don't set healthy boundaries. It is not to say that you're not respecting yourself. It is to say, let people be who they are. And then you can make choices for yourself because you have a very clear view. You have a bird's eye view of the situation. And everybody can only meet you as far as they've met themselves. And sometimes it's just not within them to give you what you desire. It is like nature shows us that, different natural beings have different environments. They have different ways of being. We wouldn't look after a horse like we'd look after a cat. You can't ask somebody to be something that they're not. And that can be our greatest form of suffering, is when we have expectations of others that only brings about disappointment because of our perceived need of them. So anyway, let's move ahead and see what else wishes to come out for you. Thank you. Tell me more about the Two of Roses. Thank you. That wanted to come out. The journey, the Seven of Roses, and the Three of Forces, the bird's nest on the bottom of the deck. So this for me it's the Three of Wands here. Three of Forces, life force energy, life force energy. And maybe for many of you, this is about parenthood that's happening at this time. And this is about what is happening for you is that your consciousness, your subconsciousness is life force energy, and it's attracting, like attracts like. And the bird's nest with the Three of Swords alongside the Seven of Roses here is to say that there are for you, you can see this as the universe, and she is providing what is needed for your growth, for your nurturing, in order for you to fly the nest. The bird's nest is high, it is protected, but there is going to come a time where you're going to step out of that safety, out of that place of, because you've outgrown it. And I feel that Spirit is saying you've outgrown this Two of Cups, that you're being shown now that you are being encouraged to Seven of Cups. Be open to movement away from it. Be open to other experiences, other relationships. You're getting ready, whether you know it or not. You're in a state of preparation at this time. And perhaps there is a fear of stepping out of your comfort zone, stepping out of this zone at this time. But you see here with the butterfly here as well, there is transformation that is happening. And the bird's nest is to say you have a bird's eye view. It's interesting, I said that at the beginning, thank you, Spirit, of really what is happening. And there is, I'm coming back to this winged messenger here. There is something, there is information coming through for you at this time. This is going to assist you with this emotional, maybe this is a metamorphosis, this is a metaphysical journey that you're taking, maybe it's a real journey that you're taking, but you are preparing for. Let's see what's going to come as an aspect of this journey. Oh, sorry, that fell on nut. What's come out? So you've got the Akashic Library and Caught in the Ruins. Both of these cards are like the major arcanas. So what they want you to do, first of all, because you are caught in the ruins of what is happening here with this Two of Cups. And I think there is a certain, and you've taught this or others have taught you this, to sort of have a cup of tea and get on with life and to slightly ignore the feelings of what is coming up for you, the feelings of something's broken, something's not right. And that winged messenger coming back with that falcon is about taking a new direction, because you are at this point of time caught up in this. There's a sort of energetic structure in your life that you are caught up in. Now, this I feel is very much with a relationship, but it also comes down to this self-belief within yourself. And you have to decide now that this structure has demolished, it's dissolved, it's dissipated, and it's time for you to move on to the new. It's time for you to not let the past define who or keep you from what your future is holding for you. And you've got this beautiful, look at this dawn coming up and this journey ahead of you. So much, so many adventures, so many discoveries that are there waiting for you in the unknown. But you have to take the movement away from this being caught up in the ruins of something. And what they want you to do with the Akashic Library, and I love the fact that it's come out with the Akashic Tarot, because the Akashic Library represents the sum of all thoughts and beliefs and actions and memories, known and not yet known. It's everything that always has been, everything that is, and everything that ever will be is within the Akashic Library. Thank you, Spirit. And so what they want you to do is to write, literally to write. Do you see he's thinking, he's pensive? To imagine yourself sitting within this Akashic Library, having to hand every nuance of direction and thought and belief. It's all there for you, and it is, but you have to be open to it. You have to enter into the library. So perhaps do a visualization of you entering into the Akashic Library and being directed to just go where you are meant to, you feel you ought to go. Take a book off, see perhaps what is written in the pages for you, but to write down as well, because this journey, this bird's eye view is all about self-analysis at this time. It's all about that, who you are. This is part of your life's purpose, to work out who you are and to embrace who you are right now. And that self-analysis is going to encourage you to get to know yourself better. So within this space, this is a sort of writing experiment for yourself, a writing experience for yourself. Write down both where you feel you are right now, what you've learned so far. Declare where you want to go. Imagine where you want to go. Write it down. Put it down. Perhaps put a kind of plan in action at place that's very sort of free-flowing. Allow the universe to bring in what is also in the perfect design for you. And that also, in the imagination of all of that, you are imagining something into existence, but you're also saying, I'm in presently at this moment in time. I know no thing. I know what I am intending. I know where I have come from, but I'm open to new knowings. I am not so structured and so caught in the ruins that I'm not allowing myself to be open to those messages coming through, the wing messages coming through for you. And you see here the candle in this. This is to say to meditate as well. There we go, the candle's there, to say to meditate as well. But be creative with it. Be constructive with it. You can also, with subconscious writing, also get out perhaps that sticky stuff of feelings that can get trapped within us, that allow us, cause us to remain caught in the ruins, and just to bring forth everything that's not part of who you are anymore, that you're wishing and desiring to release. But this is very powerful, setting in course all sorts of life events for you, which is part of that is the journey here as well. And then the last card I'm going to pull is the Four of Forces. So this is about energy, consciousness, subconscious, natural law, the laws of the universe always working for us, always fair, everything happening in cycles. Now, what we have here with this Four of Forces is we have spring. It's upright with spring. So this is about you preparing now. This is about you preparing for the future landscape, for the future blossoming of your life. Prepare the seeds, sow the seeds for future growth. You are the designer of your life. You're the architect of your life. You're the director, the actor, the producer, as I always say. This is your landscape. What seeds do you want to plant now that you will see come into seed and into flower later on? Remember that our manifestations they can come in all at once, but the full demonstration of that manifestation will come in naturally according to divine law as well. But remain committed to doing what's right for you. Remain committed to being open. Remain committed to not being caught up in the situation. Don't be despondent. Understand that this space, this time right now is coming to an end. Everything is about preparation here. And it's all that is needed from you, my darling, with this 1 and this 6, is you deciding that your choice today in the here and now is about, I'm getting the expressions about catching the tailwind. It's about deciding that actually, because you know, when we are caught in the ruins of something, it can become, I'm going to use the term, almost normal and comfortable for us. We don't know who we are outside of being caught in those ruins. But in the desiring to not be caught in it, the desiring to move, open those gates, the desire to leave this, the desire to live your life and to move away from something, that then changes that then allows you to get to that then allows you to get to know yourself. So where I talk about you only know who you are within the confines of this, you're actually, through that desire and that commitment for yourself, you are encouraging yourself to go within. You're encouraging yourself to observe without judgment. You're encouraging yourself to awaken within you your intuition, your infinite intelligence coming through. And you are encouraging yourself to get up and to say, do you know what? I want to move away from this. I want to live my life with the freedom to choose and with the understanding of who I am in the choices that I am making. So there we are, my darlings. I feel this is calling for a radical action on your behalf for yourself. And it starts with an intention, a very firm resolution. And it's all about now what seeds you're going to plant. What are you going to plant? As opposed to remaining in this space. Have patience, though, with yourself. The moment you have radical acceptance and take a radical view of this situation, something that is completely different to how you perceived it before. The moment you do that with this hawk and this dove, is the moment you open the door to new possibilities for you, flooding in, coming in. It's the moment that these gates open for you here as well. And you have this extraordinary, number 7, the extraordinary journey up ahead of you, full of adventure and full of new growth. Ooh, there we go, full of new growth. Bird's eye view, take a bird's eye view of this. Perhaps ask others, perhaps you have some siblings that you can ask, or close family or friends, their assistance, their impartial view, and see what resonates. So much love to you. Have the most fabulous weekend. It is beautifully sunny here in the UK. And I look forward to reading for you again on Monday, where I will next week be starting the July readings too for you. So much love to you as ever. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye, my darlings. Bye-bye.